Coming to you live from Farmer Dave's World Headquarters here in Drake, Massachusetts, I'm Cassie.
And I'm Stacey.
And we're here to help you
prepare your share.
It's Melon-palooza day here on the Vegisodes. Melon season is so beloved. Today we are going to share with you some twists on serving melon because once those melons start coming, they don't stop.
Melons are a great hydrating treat when the weather is sweltering. Melons are low in calories and high in vitamin C, B6, and potassium. They are also one of the most easily digestible fruits. Cantaloupe especially is high in vitamin A.
First, how to cut a melon. Make sure your knife is sharp. The watermelon is first. Now, there are a couple ways to cut. The more traditional way is in slices like this.
Be sure to keep those fingers out of the way. How pretty. There we go. Oh.
Fabulous.
Oops. Too bad. Okay. The second way is in watermelon spears. What you're basically going to do is cut a cross-hatch pattern. So we're going to do like you're doing slices, but just a little bit wider. All the way across. Keep these fingers curled, because when you get to this outer edge, your knife is going to want to slide off. I go in with the tip and I get it started. Then go down, then go in with the heel of the knife and go down like that. That way you can go all the way to the edge and not cut your fingers. Now, I'm gonna flip it to its side. We're gonna cut it this way now. Hold them together, because you did just slice them apart. Go right in like this. Going in with the tip of the knife, and then I'll go in with the heel of the knife. Again, go in with the tip of the knife, then the heel of the knife. I'm going to do one more. Whoop, maybe not. Want to hold that for me?
You bet.
And with the tip of the knife, and as you can see, my fingers were out of the way because it does move. Just like that. And actually, rather than cutting away, I'm going to turn it like that. Would you squeeze that? Thank you. Perfect. Now, what this winds up looking like
Ta-da!
is a spear. So you can eat your watermelon and not have the watermelon grin from ear to ear. Plus, if you're serving watermelon at a party, honestly, this looks really kind of pretty. Spread out on the plate, just like this. Here we go. This is so juicy. It is totally falling apart on us. But there you go. And that is your red watermelon and your tiger melon.
Comes in yellow and red. Sometimes you might find one or two that are actually orange inside when they hybridize. And cutting cantaloupe. You can slice it just like the watermelon or peel it, cut into bite-sized pieces or slices. Then there is using the melon baller.
Just go in with the melon baller, give it a twist,
Flick of the wrist.
flick of the wrist, and you're all set. Storage. Keep them cool and eat them right away. They do not have a long storage life unless frozen, dehydrated, or jammed. You can tell a muskmelon is at its peak of ripeness by its fragrance. Please do not squeeze them. We want to leave the rind intact for maximum freshness. Watermelon sounds hollow when it is tapped gently. Do not damage the rind and squeeze, please. Cube and spritz with water and freeze the melon, or puree and freeze on ice cube trays, then transfer to freezer bags. Melon smoothies and drinks in the off season.
Now on to serving suggestions. When in season like this, the melons are perfect straight up or with a pinch of sea salt, which intensifies their sweetness. Some simple mix-ins include lime juice, lime zest, and sea salt, a drizzle of agave or honey, good extra virgin olive oil, and sea salt. Fresh chopped mint and a pinch of sugar, a drizzle of high quality extra virgin olive oil, available in our farm stands, agave, and 1 to 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, sweet and spicy.
Jam, watermelon and cantaloupe jam. Here you go. Great taste of summer melons in the middle of winter. We'll link you a couple of recipes if you'd like to give these a try. Fruit salad, of course. This one we're mixing with chopped fresh mint and a honey citrus vinaigrette. Mix the vinaigrette just before serving so the fruit doesn't break down quite as much. There we go, and fresh mint. And then don't forget the blueberries.
Oh, how pretty does that look? It smells
Talk
great.
about, yeah, that's definitely a take to the next barbecue kind of thing. Okay, the next thing that we're doing are melon bowls. Basically, cut the cantaloupe in half, hollow it out. Now we are going to fill it with yogurt, any flavor that you like. Right here, some blueberries on top. Now this is something, ooh, blueberries overboard. This is something that you could also add some nice granola on the top. This is a very cool and delicious breakfast.
Here are some savory takes. A melon salsa. We took 3 cups of diced melon, a small to medium dice, a 1/4 cup of some scallions. You can choose to use red onion. We have 2 tablespoons of lime juice, a teaspoon of minced jalapeno, that's optional depending on your taste, 2 teaspoons of chopped cilantro or parsley, again depending on your taste. Another great add-in to this would be some diced cucumber. You're going to want to mix this all together and let the flavors mingle in the refrigerator for about an hour. You can serve with chips or on grilled fish or chicken. Really great flavor.
How gorgeous. Our next recipe is pickled melon balls. I love this recipe so much. Makes 3 pints. You're gonna take 2 large or 3 medium melons, a cantaloupe or mixed with honeydew, canary melon, whatever you have. 1 1/2 cups of sugar, 3/4 cup of white wine vinegar or champagne vinegar, 1 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, 3 stems of mint torn and divided among the jars. You're going to wash your jar lids and bands hot soapy water and rinse them well. Half and seed your melons, then using a melon baller, carve out approximately 6 cups of melon. This is what we've already done here. You pack the melon balls with the mint into the pint jars. Pack tightly but do not crush. In the saucepan, mix the water, vinegar, salt, sugar, red pepper flake, and bring to a boil. Reduce to a simmer, stirring until all the salt and sugar are dissolved. Pour the brine into the jars, leaving a 1/2 inch headspace. Make sure the melon balls are completely submerged. Put on the lids and bands and cool to room temperature, then stow in the refrigerator. Give the melon balls a few days to get happy in this brine, and then enjoy within a month, otherwise they will get mushy. Now it's pizza time. It's a Vegisode. We'll work in pizzas somehow. This is a white pizza with sliced cantaloupe, ham or prosciutto, and a balsamic drizzle. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees, roll your dough out in a sheet tray. Press some dried Italian spice mix into the dough. Pop in the oven, cook about 1/3 of the way. Take the pizza out and cover with cheese. This is a mixture of mozzarella and Parmesan, or you can use fresh mozz, any other cheese that you desire. We're gonna lay thin slices of ham or prosciutto, we actually have prosciutto, on the pizza, and then thin slices of cantaloupe. Now, if your cantaloupe is really ripe, I would add it at the very end of the cooking time and then finish cooking according to the package directions. Once it comes out, we're gonna drizzle it with a balsamic glaze. Here we go. Want some help with that? Sure. That's the thing with the prosciutto, it's so thin. The slices are really sticking to each other. Now, the thing with prosciutto and pizza, you really want to add it closer to the end of cooking time because it's so thin and there's so little fat on the prosciutto, it crisps up. Not that that's a bad thing, but if you're not looking for super crispy prosciutto, then you want to add it near the end. So we really have the crust partially cooked, put on the cheese, let the cheese partially cooked. Now we're doing this and laying down the melon. This melon is pretty sturdy, so that's why we're adding it now. But if it was really, really ripe, we would let the prosciutto cook a little longer and then add the melon.
I like this slice.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That's really nice. Oh, let's see. Back in the oven. Now we're just going to let this warm up for a few minutes. I think we probably have about 8 minutes left of the cooking time. And the smell is insane, and now we have to wait. We'll be right back. The pizza is done cooking. We've pulled it out of the oven, and now we drizzle with a balsamic glaze. It's very thick, so just a little bit. Oh, that looks fantastic. All right, now it's time for a taste. Flip it to that side. Want to make sure that we get a piece of melon and prosciutto on each piece. Okay, that is what the slice looks like. Doesn't that look pretty? All right, it's a little hot now, but we're gonna take a taste anyway. All right, I think this may be close to the best pizza we've made.
As the kids say these days, I literally can't even.
You need to make this pizza. Definitely. Melon pizza with prosciutto.
Watermelon and cucumber salad. We used half of a slicing cucumber or 2 small pickling cucumbers de-seeded and cut into bite-sized chunks. 2 cups of watermelon cut into bite-sized chunks as well. 2 tablespoons of Persian lime olive oil. 2 teaspoons of cranberry pear white balsamic. You can find these from Celeste Oliva from Concord, New Hampshire in our farm stands. We also have here salt and pepper to taste. Scallion or red onion are optional. Toss these together, let it sit for about a half an hour before serving. You want to let all the flavors start to meld and mold together.
Now I'm gonna give it a good toss.
Sweet and savory. How can you go wrong?
And there you go.
We hope you enjoyed these different melon recipes and enjoy melon season.
And that's a wrap.